Well, it's a presidential election year here in the United States, and it's starting to feel like it. The gnashing of teeth has begun, the snarling and seething, the begging and pandering. The cloud of conflict gathers in the distance, growing darker and heavier with each tweet we read and each cheap fundraising email we receive. The cold November rains seem like they'll be strong this year and acidic. We furrow our brows in each other's general direction, suspicious, untrusting. It doesn't have to be this way. The November forecast in the Farmer's Almanac is, after all, notoriously questionable. The world is ours to co-create. We can make the soup we swim in. We can keep it lukewarm. We can add ingredients that won't upset our collective stomachs. We're the victims of the culture we collectively created, and we can recreate it starting today. Now, I know this is some pretty highfalutin talk, to be sure. The idea that we can create the culture we crave, that's a pretty big, also known as naive suggestion. But I don't mean we should be perfect. I don't have a recipe for our societal soup that includes pleasant and proper people pleasantly and politely participating in predictable, princely, and pious pleasantries in perpetuity. I just mean we should be decent to each other. Decent. I think I stole this idea from Kurt Vonnegut. He once said, you meet saints everywhere. They can be anywhere. There are people behaving decently in an indecent society. Maybe that's all it takes. Be decent. Or maybe I stole this idea from the Apostle Paul. He wrote in his letter to the nice folks in Philippi, if you've gotten anything at all out of following Christ, if his love has made any difference in your life, if being in a community of the Spirit means anything to you, if you have a heart, if you care, then do me a favor, agree with each other, love each other, be deep-spirited friends. Don't push your way to the front. Don't sweet talk your way to the top. Put yourself aside and help others get ahead. Don't be obsessed with getting your own advantage. Forget yourselves long enough to lend a helping hand. I love that passage. Paul seems exasperated. Guys, come on. We're trying to do something important here. Be decent. Don't be selfish. Don't be greedy. These are simple requests. If you have a heart, be decent. You know how to be decent, don't you? Just be decent, for God's sake. May we be decent to each other. May we be everyday saints. May we look past political affiliations and religious labels. May we be humans, decent and kind humans. May we reach out our hands, share our smiles, and open our doors. God doesn't ask for much from us right now. Just be decent. Amen. Hey, Between is about you. Take this message into your life this week and fill the space between you and every person you encounter with your sacred, decent light. My favorite church is the space between people. Now go with God's love and create the church between.